Hello, Shockers. Welcome back to Shocker Strong Resilience. And today our topic is kindness and generosity. So, kindness, when we say kindness, what we're meaning is recognizing and reflecting other people's humanity. So, showing sympathy, showing empathy toward someone else. But we are very social and we like that human connection. And doing acts of kindness, acts of generosity helps to increase that feeling of connectedness, not only within ourselves, but with others. And so, generosity, going along with that kindness, is that openness to others, being willing to share maybe what you have with them, or you could be sharing your time. But note, showing acts of kindness and generosity doesn't mean to treat yourself like a doormat, and it doesn't mean to give all of your time until you have nothing left. Life is all about having a balance. And so there's a healthy level where you show kindness and generosity to others, and others do the same for you. Something else that I just want to really stress is a lot of kindness and generosity we talk about doing onto others, paying it forward, but that kindness and that generosity also goes to you. Make sure that you are kind to yourself and generous to yourself. That can mean giving yourself a break. If you've been studying for finals and you're like, I'm so tired, I've been studying all day, give yourself a break. Treat yourself kindly. So some really cool things about kindness and generosity is, like I mentioned, we're humans, we like connectiveness. And so when we do nice things for others, whether it's helping them with their homework or maybe you bought somebody lunch one day, all of those things increase our levels of happiness. They make ourselves feel better, and in turn, they make somebody else feel better, which also makes us feel good. Practicing acts of kindness really increases your sense of belonging, whether it's with your family, with your friends, your community. It increases and boosts your energy. So typically, if we have acts of kindness and people are treating us nicely, that gives us a good boost in our mood. We feel good. Maybe we start smiling the rest of the day and we're just a little bit more productive than maybe what we usually are. So pay attention to all these little things as you're doing your acts of kindness, which kind of brings us to the exercise for you guys. Check on Blackboard for more information about kind of the details for this, but I really want you guys to go out and practice acts of kindness and generosity. Smile at somebody. Maybe you offer to cook dinner for your roommates. Maybe you check in with your friends if you've got peers in the same class and you say, hey, does anybody want to get together for a study session? Maybe it's just being you. I think sometimes we think that we have to do an act of service for somebody, but it doesn't always have to be. Sometimes it can be spending that quality time. For example, I'm pretty close with my folks, and they recently invited me over to dinner tonight for ramen. And that in and of itself is just an act of kindness, just spending time with them, being thought of, being included. So don't feel like it's got to be, you got to fix something or buy something or whatever it is. It can be something small. So I challenge you to, throughout the week, do acts of kindness and really note and reflect how that kindness makes you feel and how that kindness makes the other person feel, right? So if you make dinner for your roommates and they say, oh my gosh, this is so good, thank you, I really had a stressful week, reflect on that, maybe in a journal, and say, I did this and they were really grateful. They're really having a stressed week. And maybe you didn't know that they were having a stressed week until you did an act of kindness and they opened up to you. Again, that generosity, being open with others, sharing, making the world a better place. That's kind of what all of this is about. Not only a better place for yourself, but for others in the community that you live in and those around you. Something that's really fascinating about acts of kindness and generosity is that when you treat others with kindness and treat them as friends, treat them as important, you'd be really surprised how then you start really treating yourself as important. Treat yourself as a friend, right? Show that kindness to yourself and that generosity. We all need a little treat yourself here and there, right? But don't overdo it. If it's too much to go out of your way, then don't do it. It doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't mean you didn't try hard enough. It means that you paid attention to yourself and your limits, and you respected yourself enough to say, oh, I would love to do this, but I really can't right now. So I want you to think of various acts of kindness. Think of ways that you can be generous to others. See how your actions affect others and the community around you. So join us next week for our topic on increasing flow. For more information about that topic, again, it's all in Blackboard for you guys, and we'll see you next time.